Hello and welcome to your mat. My name is Stacey. For today's practice, you'll want to have an optional yoga strap and 2 yoga blocks nearby. If you don't have those, you can simply substitute them for other similar shaped household items. Go ahead and get what you need, and I will meet you lying on your back in Shavasana. Take a few moments to really settle onto your back. With your arms and legs wide away from your body. Fingers and toes spread wide as they soften into their position. And take a few slow, deep breaths in and out through your nose. Each breath in, your body's invitation to take up space on your mat, expanding in all directions. Each breath out, it softens, contracts, and melts into the floor below. Can you soften through your face? Relax your jaw. Take note of whether or not your breath has changed in this short time lying on your back. Those changes, although they may be subtle, happen throughout your entire practice. Check back in. Notice your breath as you move through practice today, becoming aware of its depth, its frequency, and the ease in which it moves through your body. Hold on to the stillness through your body. Simply turn your gaze to the right, bringing your right ear down to the mat. Your left shoulder remains heavy. You can play with the height of your chin, bringing it closer or further from your shoulder. Draw your gaze back up through center, and then over to the left. Encouraging your left ear down towards the floor. It does not have to touch. Bring your gaze back through center. Land for a breath. We'll start to wiggle our fingers and toes. Take some gentle rotations through your wrists and ankles in both directions. Slide your feet together at the bottom of your mat. Reach your arms up overhead, take a full body stretch. As you exhale, soften the arms still resting on the floor overhead. Big breath in, full body stretch. And exhale, let it go. One more time, just like that, full body stretch. On the exhale, start to bend the knees, draw them in towards your belly. Maybe taking hold of the back of the thighs, around the knees. And squeezing your knees in towards you. You have the option to take a gentle rock from side to side, just massaging your low back. Land in the center, keep the right knee hugged in as you extend your left leg long to the bottom of your mat. And stay active through the left leg with the left toes pointing to the sky. And the right ankle can soften as you hug the right leg in. Every breath filling your belly so much so that it starts to press your leg away from you. Every breath out, the belly softens, allowing the knee to come in a little bit closer. You are welcome to stay here in the center, or you can slide your left foot to the bottom left corner. And begin to direct the right knee towards the top right corner, creating some distance between the left foot and the right knee. Stay heavy through your left hip, maybe even placing your left hand on it and encouraging it down. And then we'll start to take some slow motion circles with the right leg, really isolating the movement to the right hip, keeping your left hip firmly grounded. Circle in the opposite direction. The next time you circle through a point of tension where you feel that stretch most, pause there. Stay heavy through the left side of your body. We're not tipping over onto the right. And slowly, with control, bring the right knee back towards the center. Left leg still extended long, find center as well. Create length from the left foot to the top of the head, just like that full body stretch before. And as you breathe out, find a twist, crossing your right leg over your body to the left. Stacking your right hip on top of the left hip. Maybe even you lift your left hip up and slide it behind you. And you have the option to place a block beneath the right knee. Just for some support, bringing the floor a little bit closer to it. Take whatever arm variation feels good today. And breathe deep into your lower right belly. Find your way back through center. The right knee hugged in, let the left knee come in to join it. Giving both legs a little bit of a hug in towards you, option to draw them further apart, creating space for your belly. And then extend your right leg long to the bottom of the mat. So keep the left knee hugged in. It could be out to the side or in towards the midline, whatever feels best. Just think about creating length from the right heel to the top of the head. Gentle compression on the belly with every breath out. Stay here in the center, or you can slide your right foot to the bottom right corner. And take the left knee towards the top left corner of the mat. As if you're showing the inseam of your left pant leg up towards the sky. Right hip grounds down into the mat. You can stay in stillness if you found a good stretch, or you can start to take those circles with the left leg. Welcoming some movement into the hip joint. Circling the opposite direction. And when you find that point of tension where you feel the stretch most, just pause there. Keep extending through the outer edge of the right foot. The right side of the body is heavy on the mat. Slide your right foot back through center, left leg as well. We're setting up for our twist, so find your length first. Full body stretch from the right heel to the top of the head. And then find your twist by crossing your left leg over your body to the right. Maybe shifting the right hip beneath the left. And choosing if you'd like to use a block or a pillow, folded blanket, beneath the left knee. And choose whatever arm variation allows your left shoulder to be closest to the floor. And breathe deep into the lower left belly. Come back through center. Left knee hugs in. The right knee joins it. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side. Land in the center, reach your right arm up overhead and roll over onto your right side. You can hug your knees in close towards you, rounding through your back. And after a couple breaths in stillness, when you feel ready, just find your way up to a comfortable seated position. From your comfortable seated position, make sure the shoulders are over the hips. You're sitting up tall. Just take a couple little circles with the upper body. In both directions. Land in the center. We're going to move through a few seated cat and cow. As you breathe in, send your tailbone back behind you. Pull the heart forward, lift it up, gaze up. On an exhale, scoop your tailbone beneath you, round through your spine, hollow out the chest as you look to the belly button. Big breath in, pull the heart forward, lift it up, cow pose. Exhale for a cat, rounded spine. Look to the belly. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale. Option here to interlace fingers behind your head, draw the elbows back behind you. And on the exhale, squeeze the elbows together at the front. It's okay if they don't touch. And then lower them down towards your belly button. Inhale, pull the heart forward, lift it up. Allow your head to rest in your interlaced fingers as you gaze up. Exhale, rounded back for cat, bringing the elbows together and down towards the belly, being gentle on your neck. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more, either variation, following your own rhythm of breath. No rush to get there, but when you have finished your 3, just landing in a neutral spine. Sitting up tall, once again, give your shoulders a little bit of a roll if you're feeling tight. We're going to reach the arms out in front. Take the left hand beneath the right. Take hold of the outside of the right arm as you guide it across your chest. Keep the right arm straight. The palm of the right hand starts to face behind you. Stay sitting up tall. Keep the right shoulder drawn away from the right ear. We're just encouraging that right arm over to the left side of the room without bringing the right shoulder with it. Keep that right shoulder firmly in its joint. See if you can keep the right elbow in line with the right shoulder rather than dipping it down towards the floor. Maybe that means it's not as far over to the left as you'd like, and that's okay. And slowly release the right hand down onto the left knee. Release the left hand. We're going to reach the left hand up and overhead and over to the right. So we're coming into a side bend with the right hand on the left knee, so a little bit of a twist there. If that's not working, you can always release the right hand at your side. Just listening to your body, letting this practice be your own. Maybe guiding the left side of your chest up towards the sky a little bit, opening your heart to the ceiling. Watching for any discomfort in the low back. Keep the right hand where it is. Rise back up with the left fingertips. Send the left fingertips behind you for a full twist, guiding your eyes over the left shoulder. If you find that you're rounding through your back, you may try placing your left hand onto a block or onto your low back to add some length to your arm, so you're able to press down through your fingertips, length into the spine before deepening your twist. Come back through center, release the right arm. If you're sitting cross-legged, bring the legs to cross in the opposite direction. And we're going to take a little roll with the shoulders in both directions. A few circle motions with the upper body. In both directions. Land in the center. Extend the arms out in front of you. This time the right arm is coming underneath of the left. Take hold of the outside of the left arm and guide it across your body over to the right. Keep the left arm as straight as you can, but the right can bend. The left shoulder stays drawn back into its joint as you reach the left fingers to the right side of the room. Are you clenching your teeth or creating tension through the neck? Where can you find softness? Your chest is facing forward, centered with your legs, not over the right knee. And keep your gaze forward as you release the left hand onto the right knee. Slide the right arm out from beneath it. We're going to reach the right fingertips up towards the sky and over to the left for a side bend. Being as gentle as you can on that left knee grip. We're not forcing this twist. As you start to turn your gaze, your heart up towards the sky a little bit. Again, listening to your body, watching for discomfort in the low back. Please come out. Staying heavy through both hips, both sits bones. Rise back up gently, come through neutral, keep the left hand on your knee as you reach the right arm behind you to complete the twist. The right fingertips can go onto the floor, onto your low back, or onto a block, so you're able to lengthen up through your spine before deepening your twist. Come back through center. Give the shoulders a little roll in both directions. And extend your legs out long in front of you. Give them a little wiggle. Maybe pointing and flexing through your toes. Sit up tall. Bend the left knee, bring the sole of the left foot onto the floor first. And then we're going to start to open the left knee up to the left side of the room, allowing you to slide the sole of the left foot to the inside of the right leg. Adjust your weight so that you're evenly sitting on both sits bones. Draw your right toes towards you. We're going to reach up overhead and then fold forward over your right leg. If you have a strap, you have the choice to use that. So you're able to reach the right foot and pull the heart forward gently. Just making sure that we're able to stay long and straight through the spine. We're not coming into a cat-like back here. Draw the right hip towards the back of the mat as if it's sliding the right heel towards you without actually moving the right heel. And think about pulling your heart beyond the right toes rather than touching your forehead to your shin. And stay open through your chest. Release the strap, and we're going to let go of that effort. So wiggle the foot so that the toes can fall wherever they choose. We're no longer controlling it or flexing the ankle. Passively ragdoll your body over the right leg. Allow your palms to face up as the hands rest on the floor, resisting temptation to grip or pull. Let your head fall heavy. The upper body melts, grows heavier and heavier like a sandbag, inching its way down towards your leg. It does not have to touch. In fact, if you're feeling rather tight today, you're welcome to even bring a block or a pillow onto your leg. Yoga bolster works too. Just to let your body feel supported and safe. Turn your fingertips towards the floor. Walk yourself back up. With the left knee still bent, we're going to pick up the left foot and shift it over slightly until it's able to rest on top of the right leg, creating a figure 4 shape with the legs once again. Pressing firmly from the pinky toe side down into the right thigh. If you're feeling discomfort through the left knee, you can always bring a block underneath of it, giving it a little bit of support and sitting tall in this pose. If you're not quite feeling a stretch and you'd like to go deeper, you can start to bend the right knee, bring the sole of the right foot onto the floor. If the right foot is on the floor, make sure you're maintaining weight on the big toe side of your foot. At the same time, grounding down through the outer right hip. Take note if you're rounding through your back, can you walk your fingertips a little bit closer to you to sit up tall? Option to bring your hands onto blocks as well if that's helpful. And if it is in your practice to do so and you're not quite feeling a stretch here, you have the option to go into the double leg version of this pose by stacking the shins on top of one another. Maybe even walking your fingertips forward, folding over your legs for double pigeon. So lots of variations on this pose, none better than the other. As long as you're feeling a stretch, you can stay as you are. Just a few more breaths in whichever variation you have chosen. Start to slowly find your way up if you're in double pigeon. Extend the right leg long if it is bent. Let the sole of the left foot find the floor on the right side of your leg. We're going to find just a little gentle twist here by taking the right arm around the left leg, reaching the left fingertips behind you and gazing over the left shoulder. Come back through center, find an opposite twist, gazing over the right shoulder. Come back through center. Release the left leg, let it join the right at the bottom of the mat, and give your legs a little wiggle. Draw some circles with your toes in both directions. We'll move through the opposite side. We're going to bend the right leg. Sole of the foot starts on the floor. And then we tip the right leg open to the right side of the room. Sole of the right foot finds its place on the inside of the left leg, wherever that feels best to you. Adjust yourself so that you're facing forwards in line with the left leg. The body's natural tendency is going to be to face the right knee, but you want to draw yourself forward. Reach your hands up high and fold forward over your left leg, either placing fingertips on the floor, on your leg, or utilizing a strap so that you're able to draw the heart forward as you fold. Think about gently drawing the right hip forward, left hip back and down. A few more breaths in this active version. Just the same as we found that full body stretch lying on our backs, can you think of that same action, lengthening from your tailbone to the crown of your head with each breath in. And on each breath out, without losing that length, drawing the heart a little bit closer towards your toes and down towards your ankle. We'll transition into the more passive variation on this pose by releasing the strap. Give the leg a little shake so that the toes can fall wherever they choose. Let the palms face up as the hands rest on the floor, bend in the elbows. Round through your back body, chin to chest, head falls heavy. Visualize your breath as it moves through your body. Just noticing the subtle areas of expansion with each breath in. The softening with each breath out as the body surrenders to gravity and folds forward deeper. Turn your palms to face the floor. Start to walk yourself up slowly. Keeping that figure four shape with your legs, we're going to pick up the right foot. Shift it over, placing the left foot on top or rather the right foot on top of the left thigh. We want to sit up tall, so check in on your body. If you're feeling discomfort in the knee, you may be best suited to place a block beneath it, and just stay resting in this position for now. Keep a deep flex in the right ankle so that the toes are able to draw towards the shin. And if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, and you can do so while maintaining a straight spine, we're going to bend the left knee, bring the sole of the left foot onto the floor. The left knee is pointing the same direction as the left toes. It's not falling over to the side. You're pressing firmly through the left hip as the right knee guides away from the right shoulder. If double pigeon is in your practice, you're welcome to move there by walking the left foot over to the right, lowering the left knee to the floor, and stacking your shins on top of each other. And if you're still not feeling a stretch, you can fold forward over your legs. Just meeting your body where it is today, respecting its limitations. We're just looking for that stretch. It doesn't matter the shape that our body takes to feel it. As long as you feel the stretch, then you're just as far as you need to go today. If you're in double pigeon, start to find your way back up. If the left leg is bent, we're going to extend it long. Use the right hand to tip the right foot onto the floor on the outside of your left leg. We're going to find a little twist here by wrapping the left arm, the left hand around the right knee, hug it in close. Reach the right hand behind you, gaze over the right shoulder. Come back through center, find a counter twist in the opposite direction. Back through center. Release the right leg to meet the left at the bottom of your mat. Just give your legs that little wiggle. Draw some circles with the toes in both directions, releasing any tension that may have developed. Bend the knees, bring the soles of your feet onto the floor. And find your way down onto your back. Walk your heels in a little bit closer towards your bum. We're going to press down through the soles of the feet, lift the hips up into a bridge pose, and slide your block beneath it. Allow the block to support the pelvis rather than digging into your low back. It's more situated underneath the pelvis, the bum area. You can choose the height of block that works best for you. Slide your shoulder blades beneath you, creating as much space through the chest as you can. And find a gentle tuck in the chin, lengthening up the back of your neck. And you find some softness through the belly. Keep the low ribs from drawing themselves outwards. Let them soften in towards the spine. Breathe deep into your belly. Take a big breath in through the nose. Belly expands in all directions. Exhale as it softens. Inhale, big breath in. Belly rise. Exhale, let it soften. Stay with that slow rhythm of breath. Feel the weight of your body surrendering to the block beneath it. If the block is beneath you, we're going to lift our hips up and lower it to the lowest setting if it isn't already there. So even if your supported bridge allows you to go higher, we're going to choose the lowest block setting. Permission to remove the block at any time if this is not working for you. Hug the right knee in towards you. Take hold of the back of the thigh or interlace around the knee. And extend the left leg long. We're reaching the left heel down towards the mat. It's okay if it doesn't quite reach today. Looking for a stretch up the front of the left leg. Into the front of the left hip and pelvis. Keep reaching through the left heel. Keep it guiding down towards the floor with the leg as straight as you can. The right leg, however, is bent and hugs in close towards you. Keep the left hip heavy, option to take a few gentle slow motion circles with the right leg. When you feel the stretch most, pause there. For some, the stretch feels best when the knee is close to the center. For others, it's more to the side. So just listen to your body, make adjustments, alignments that feel best to you. Bring the right knee back through center, left leg still extended long. We're going to come into a little bit of a twist. You won't be able to go quite as far. Right leg's coming over to the left just until you start to feel yourself coming over the edge, the corner of your block. You may feel a bit of tension in the glute muscles where the corner of the block is acting like a little bit of an acupressure point. Just pause, breathe. If it becomes too much, come back through center. Draw the right knee back through center. The left leg comes in to meet it. Adjust your block if it has shifted or if there's a need to do so. And then the left knee this time stays hugged in. We're going to slowly extend the right leg long, straightening the right leg and reaching the heel down towards the mat. Just taking a few breaths in the center. Again, checking in on your body. If it feels best to remove the block, you are welcome to do so at any time. Maybe you take those few little circles with the left leg, just experimenting with the pose. See where you feel the stretch most. Left knee comes back through center. We're going to find that twist, so just being mindful of the limitations of your block. We're going to guide the left knee over to the right. And as you start to find yourself at the edge of the block or where you feel tension, where you feel the need to stop, please pause there. Maybe you find a little more tension on one side than the other. Maybe you need to adjust your block a little bit so you don't fall off. Depending on the size and shape of your body, this may actually feel better if you use 2 blocks, so that's an option to you, having them side by side. And we're going to come back through center. Draw the right knee in to meet the left. Adjust your block if you need to feel supported without it gouging in. And then we'll extend the legs up towards the sky. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling as the hands rest on the floor. And if you're feeling the block digging in, or if it's applying pressure to your spine, just lift your hips, reposition it until you can find a place of comfort. This should be supporting the pelvis more than the low back. Can you find length up the back of your neck and softness through your face and jaw? Slowly bend your knees, let your feet find the floor. Lift your hips up, lower them down onto the mat. Just take note of any sensations that you may be feeling through the low back, the pelvis, the belly, or any other areas that you may be feeling that. Heel toe your feet to the edges of the mat. Let the knees tip into touch. Just taking a moment to reset the low back into your mat. Heel toe the feet through center. Left foot is going to reach up towards the sky. We're going to cross the left leg over the right and bend at the knee. So it's as if you're sitting cross-legged in a chair. Draw the knees in slightly towards you. Release your arms at your side. We're going to go into a twist. So option to uncross the legs if this doesn't work for your body. Crossing the legs over to the right as you encourage the left shoulder down towards the mat. You can bring a block beneath the knees for support. For low back sensitivities, you can uncross the legs and place the block between them instead. Take whatever arm variation allows that left shoulder to stay closest to the floor. Come back through center. Extend the left foot up towards the ceiling. Pause for a breath. And lower it down to the mat. The right foot this time is lifting up towards the sky. Cross the right leg over the left as if you're sitting cross-legged in a chair. The knees come in towards your belly and over to the left. Find your twist. Again, choosing your twist. If you prefer to uncross the legs, you are welcome to do so. Utilize your blocks in whatever way suits your body. Come back through center with the knees. Right foot reaches up towards the sky. Pause for a breath. Keep that right hip heavy to the mat. And release the right foot down to the floor. Give a little sway of the knees from side to side, releasing any last remaining tension. With the knees still bent, bring the soles of the feet to touch. Let the knees open up like a book, creating a diamond shape with your legs. A few options for this pose. So you can stay just as you are. You can slide a block beneath your hips for a little bit more of an intense stretch through the inner thighs and hips. Or to finish your practice in a little more restorative manner, you can slide your blocks beneath the knees or thighs for support. Whichever variation you choose, let the upper body find stillness. Let the arms be wide at your sides, the palms facing up. As the upper body sinks into that stillness, surrenders to gravity and grows heavy, the fingers remain weightless, the hands effortless. Feel a sense of openness created through your chest and throat. Soften your jaw. Soften your gaze, perhaps even closing your eyes completely. Allow the soles of the feet to support one another. The muscles of the legs relax. And if you've chosen a more intense stretch for your final practice, direct your breath into the area you feel tension, offering an opportunity for your body to soften and relax, regardless of the pose you've chosen. The variation. Welcome some form of ease into that effort. Take note of the quality of breath and the subtle movements of your body with each of them as they move in and out. If the hips are lifted up onto a block, you can lower them onto the floor now. And if you have found comfort in this position, you are welcome to stay. If you'd prefer to finish your practice in Shavasana, or any resting pose of your choice, I encourage you to take that now. Whichever position you are landing in, just take a few last little wiggles, little fidgets, and make any last minute adjustments that you need to find comfort and stillness. Without changing its rhythm or rate, just become aware of the body breathing. note of any changes that may have occurred in your body from when you first landed here on your mat. Feel the absolute weight of your body melting into the floor below, grounding you here on your mat and in this moment. And I encourage you to stay here on your mat as long as you have available to you. When you do feel it's time to get up and go, offer yourself just 1 or 2 more breaths, encouraging that stillness, training yourself to be okay in that moment. And when the time finally does come to rise, do so as slowly and mindfully as you can. And allow leaving your practice to be a part of your practice. It is with such gratitude that I join you here on my mat and yours. As always, namaste.